Welcome to another episode of the Daily Chat Podcast, where we talk about all things awesome and nerdy. So we've got some big news to talk about today, folks. First of all, welcome back, the Angry Pizza Gay, Meg Fletcher. Say hi, Meg.
Hello.
And so, first off, we were wanting to talk about this for a little while. Sorry for the delay on this episode. It's just Meg and I kept having scheduling conflicts, but there's actually a lot to unpack right now. Wouldn't you agree, Meg?
Yeah.
So, as you can tell by the title, we want to talk about the cancellation of Arrow.
Big news.
Big news. But before we get into that, let's just explain real quick. Meg and I have been wanting to get together and have a podcast where we talk about why we're just leaving the Arrowverse behind entirely. And we kept having scheduling conflicts, and all of a sudden this happens. So, for better or for worse, maybe it's a good thing we couldn't get together soon enough.
The powers that be said, no, you're going to have more to talk about in a week.
Not even a week, but yes, a week. So let's get into it first. The big thing was, let's just talk about the show's cancellation in and of itself. And I think you and I have seen this coming for a little while now.
Yeah, we have. And it's coming at a good time, the right time.
I think the right time was a little past. I think they could have done after season 5, maybe season 6.
Yeah, okay. You're right. If they'd get stale, yeah, they could have ended it with Adrian Chase, and that would have been fan-fucking-tastic.
Yeah, exactly. That would have been enough for me.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not just that, though. But let's be real here. The quality of the show hasn't been the same overall since season 2.
Truth. And
it wasn't like a slow drop either. It was kind of a nosedive,
with the exception of season, what was it, 6?
Season
5.
Season 5.
Yeah. With the exception of season 5, it had taken a nosedive at season 2.
Yeah, and it was just like season 1 was good, season 2 was amazing, season 3 was meh at best, and season 4 was an abortion. And Season 5 was good, but season 6 was okay.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And now we're in season 7, and I just feel like they've run out of ideas on what to do with Oliver.
I'm about 5 episodes behind, because, like you said, we were leaving the Arrowverse behind.
Right, exactly. And I mean, which may come as a shock to some people, read no one, who listens to this podcast on a regular basis. And I say no one because nobody listens to this podcast on a regular basis. I'm wasting my life.
It's okay, Kyle. They're there. I'm patting your back from thousands of miles away right now.
Oh, okay. Yes. Now, the issue is, I just feel like this is a problem with all the Arrowverse shows at this point. It's just I feel that they've been around for way too long.
You're right. And the reason why I had not been watching Arrow in a while is because it's stale.
Whole thing just feels
stale. Yeah. And I get, they're trying to they tried to revamp it this year by, unmasking the Green Arrow. I mean, that's the last episode I saw, actually, was the Green Arrows working with the police department, unmasked.
Yeah, and you see, here's the reason why I decided to leave the Arrowverse altogether, and it was actually because of Arrow. Spoilers. So, for those of you who haven't watched it, there's just one episode where some dude had the entire police station held hostage and said, if you cops don't kill Oliver Queen, I'm going to kill all of you. And he doesn't even have his finger on a dead man switch. And all of a sudden, like, one cop pops out of nowhere and points a gun at Oliver and is all, I got a wife and kids to think about. And I mean, like, he doesn't do it, obviously, but it's the point of, dude, you had to drop on him and you didn't take the shot.
It's just sloppy writing.
It
That's
was.
just sloppy fucking writing. Like, what are you doing?
Right.
Does anybody
Right.
proofread your shit? Do we need the teacher to come in and like make sure you seriously, seriously?
Seriously, guys. Seriously.
Do you need they need some proofreaders.
Some serious proofreaders. They're called editors.
I think they gave them the vacation on that episode.
Yeah, probably. So, I mean, I'm going back to our main point, though, or top point. Actually, it's it, it, it just feels like they should have done this a while ago. You and I have been saying this for a while now, though, about Arrow. Um, I do think there's going to be a serious shift in dynamics when it comes to the Arrowverse. Here's the thing: as far as ratings are concerned, I actually heard Arrow is the fourth most popular show on the network after The Flash, Supernatural, Supergirl.
Really? Supergirl gets more views
Yes,
than Arrow?
right. And why are we not shocked that Supernatural gets more views than Arrow? Especially considering that Supernatural has been on for like 15 years.
Yeah, I'm not surprised about that. I mean, I am because damn, that's a long time for a television show to run. Actually, they hold the record right now, don't they?
Longest CW show ever.
CW show, but what about cable network show?
That's a good question, actually. Let's find that out.
This
But keep talking about
I'm thinking
Arrow.
you told me, and then I have a brain fart. You can edit that out, right?
Well, I could, but now I won't.
Bloopers. Yeah.
No, Inside the NFL is number one.
Okay.
Yeah, that kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that was a show.
What?
I don't do the football. The foosball. What is this foosball you speak of? NFL?
I
Ugh,
hate you so much.
I hate the NFL.
So do I, but I still watch it all the time.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Ugh.
Off topic. Arrow. That's
Yeah.
disgusting that Supergirl gets more views than Arrow. Supergirl's the worst of them at this point. It's way too political.
Stupid. It's just dumb. And yes, you're right. It is too political. It's so ham-fisted politics too.
Yeah, if I wanted to, basically anything I could watch on Supergirl, I can watch on the fucking news.
Right. Exactly.
And that's why I stopped watching Supergirl.
Yeah, that's why I stopped watching Supergirl. Believe it or not, Arrow has been the hardest one for me to consider, or it's the one I held on to the longest. I feel like
Because it's
I mean, definitely
because it's the best show, and it always has been out of them. I mean, the Flash pulled ahead of the Arrow, in its first two seasons, and I think that's kind of the trend with these shows. They're all good in their first two seasons, and once they hit that third season, it kind of gets, they get too
yeah,
comfortable with the writers, the producers. They're like, oh, we're getting all these ratings. They get too comfortable. Like they don't think that they have to keep up what they did in the first two seasons. And that's
exactly.
and that's how I felt about Arrow. Not Arrow. Fuck. Sorry, Flash this season. Like I felt like they were getting.
Mm,
It felt like the first couple episodes felt like season one. They had the villain of the week kind of thing go on, and I like that.
right, right. Now, I don't mind the whole big bad thing because you got to have a big bad in all your
Hmm.
story arcs. It's just I feel like the Flash and Supergirl are the hardest characters to make a TV series out of because they're god tier.
Right.
And not only that though, but it it just feels like how can I put it? When another superpowered being or another superpowered alien beats up Supergirl or outruns the Flash, that I can swallow. But it's when your average human gets away I'm kind of like, what?
Yeah, why and how did that happen? It shouldn't have.
Exactly. Yeah, like I can see like the ever classic, what do you do, superhero? Do you save the damsel in distress that I'm about to throw off a bridge, or do you
The
capture
same reason
me?
why they don't use Martian Manhunter, or they got rid of Firestorm in fucking Legends of Tomorrow.
Exactly. Or Ragman.
Ragman. I loved Ragman. I was so disappointed when they didn't keep him as a character.
Yeah, but
He would have been
Ragman didn't
great.
seem. Ragman wasn't that OP. He wasn't god tier character.
No, but it was close. I mean,
Eh,
obviously he wasn't if the suit could be destroyed.
yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
you're right.
Yeah,
Agreed. You've changed my
agreed.
mind.
Hmm. Of course I did, because this is my show and I am God. Shit. But yeah, it's also just because there's so many better shows on right now, too.
I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I have neglected my television in place of video games the past few months. Um,
Okay.
but so what's on? Let me know. Tell me.
Well, we just did a podcast review of Dan Tundis and I of The Umbrella Academy.
It's on my list.
You need to start watching it.
Definitely on my
But
list.
but you see, that's kind of the thing. Is what I mean, though. It's for example, the first two seasons of Arrow, I will admit, were great for superhero television. They were a great step in the right direction, and then Daredevil happened.
Right. But now
Yeah,
all those shows are canceled too.
yeah, exactly. So, thank you, everyone. Thank you, Hollywood, for getting rid of all of my favorite TV
Right?
shows.
It's like Gotham's ending this season. Not
Well, I never
not
watched
that
Gotham.
either of us. Yeah, neither of us watch Gotham, but
I
it
refuse to watch a
it
TV show about
does
Gotham
seem
without
like
Batman.
all the superhero shows are slowly coming to an end. You know, after Arrow ends, how much longer are the other three gonna last? I mean, we do have Batwoman coming in, which maybe they're thinking is going to take Arrow's place.
Yeah, that's kind of what the rumor I've been hearing is that the CW wants to make room for new shows, and it's just Arrow's time. Like it's been around for a long while. It's just done, man. Like
Did you
it's
see?
over. Like it's just
Go ahead, sorry.
yeah.
I
What were
was
you
gonna
gonna
ask
say?
you if you saw Stephen and Mel's announced when he announced that it was ending. Did you see his Facebook video?
I saw some of it. I didn't see the whole thing. It was actually kind of sad. Like I felt for him.
Yeah, it was hard to
I actually
watch.
felt for him.
Me too. He's a very, very humble guy, and you want to know what? It's good of him to recognize that it was time for it to end, and even he had planned on leaving the show. He said,
Hmm. He did. Okay, I don't
and
think I got that far.
oh, you didn't get that far. He had planned on leaving the show. He's only going to be in a limited number of the last 10 episodes. He's not going to be
Wait,
in.
what?
Yeah, he's not even going to be in all 10 of the last season.
That's wow.
Yeah, because he said he's done with Vancouver. When he started the show, he was dating his wife, and now he's got this kid, and he wants to go back to, he wants to come back to wherever he wants to go back home.
Toronto, I think he's from.
Yeah, he's done in Vancouver. So he said he had other interests going on, and they don't lie with the TV show anymore. But and he was gonna step down, but he was gonna come back as a limited role. But then they decided to axe the show.
I personally don't think it's right for him to be in a limited number of episodes for the final season, but there's nothing I can do about it. That's his call. That's the network's call. I'm just saying it is his show,
Yeah.
Like, I feel like he should see it through to the very end.
Yeah, and I think he probably like as a part limited number of episodes. Obviously, he's going to be in at least the last five.
Exactly.
Um, I don't know how they're gonna pull off a Green Arrow TV show like without the Green Arrow, unless they're doing it in the future and using what's his face, the other Green Arrow, Connor. Connor Hawk.
Connor Hawk. I guess I don't know. Like, I mean, I don't know. I think it would just need for it all to come to an end. I wouldn't mind it though if Oliver stuck around as the Green Arrow, but he just became a once in a while supporting character. I mean, at the very least, it would be nice to see him during the crossovers. You know?
Definitely, I definitely hope Stephen Amell comes back for the yearly crossovers. It wouldn't feel right if he didn't.
No, but it also depends on what happens with the character. The big rumor is he's going to die.
Yeah, well, from the crossover, yeah, because the crossover when he made a deal with the can't even remember what his name was with the crossover
The
villain.
deity of some kind, whatever
Yeah,
it was.
yeah. We think he made a deal with that deity.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot about that,
Hmm.
and that actually all makes sense actually, because he said he wanted to leave at the yeah. I mean I hope that's not the case, but
I mean, it just feels like it's fun. Like there is an end of an era. What with the cancellation of Arrow, the cancellation of Daredevil, the cancellation of all the other Netflix shows. Um, what
yeah,
is it? Agents of Shield is coming back for one more season after this one, I think, and then
seeing
they're
a
done.
comic book apocalypse on the on television right now, and I'm not liking it at all.
Well, I think what's going on with the Netflix shows is that's really just because there's a good chance that they,
Because they're
or not a good
Disney.
chance, but there is a chance that they could get picked up on Disney's streaming service.
Yeah, but they won't be rated R. Like,
I don't know. I mean, Disney's willing to seems like they're willing to keep some of the Fox properties like Alien and Predator R rated. So
okay,
mhm.
interesting.
I would hope to keep Daredevil R rated.
Yeah, I would hope that they keep the ratings the same on everything that
And
it
I've actually
previously
been
was.
hearing rumors that Marvel's thinking about dipping into the R rated movie. Like Marvel proper is thinking about dipping into the R rated movies. There's I keep seeing a rumor popping up. I don't know how true it is, but I keep seeing a rumor popping up that Black Widows might get an R-rated solo outing.
I mean, that would be a really good business decision for them
Hmm.
because a lot of the comic, I'm not saying that comic book fans are growing up, but because obviously you don't need to be a certain age to read it comics, but you know, Black
Hmm.
Widow and all those comedy, they were big for nerds in the '80s, and now we're all grown up, and we want to see R-rated movies
Exactly.
of those characters.
I mean, I think Deadpool and Logan and Deadpool 2 proved that. So
Absolutely.
it's and that was also just another example of why I feel like people just don't get it. It's just some people say like, "Oh, R-rated movies have always bombed in the past." It's like, yeah, they bombed in the past because they were bad,
Hmm.
not because they were R-rated, but because they were bad.
Disney puts out good. What's the Avengers rated? PG-13.
What'd you say?
What's the Avengers rated? PG-13.
Yeah, yeah,
Disney puts out good PG-13 rated movies. I can't see them making a bad R-rated movie
right,
if they could just get over their pure wholesome selves.
exactly. But don't you think they should be the happiest place on
Yeah.
earth? Uh-huh.
Pull that stick out of Mickey Mouse's ass and give me an R-rated movie, Disney.
Right? Give me all the R-rated
Yeah,
movies.
that's all we want.
Hmm.
Huh.
That's all we need.
Hmm.
But I don't know. I just feel like this whole franchise though with the Arrowverse has been down in the dumps for way too long as it is.
It has.
And I mean, like you asked before, how much longer before they finally give Supergirl the axe?
I hope soon.
Or how much longer before they give Legends the axe? Because, if Arrow is number four, Legends definitely can't be above it because we know the other ones.
Legends is the best one.
For the most part. I mean, Legends is great because it doesn't take itself so seriously. It's a nice breath of fresh air compared to the others.
Legends is the only one that I will still keep up with, actually.
I mean, this season feels a little weird because they're doing too much of the magic stuff.
I like the magic stuff.
Yeah, I know they're having fun with it. That's for sure. I'll give you that, but it's just kind of like, eh.
Well, what did you expect? You were excited about John Constantine coming in. John
That is
Constantine's a
true.
fucking warlock. You didn't
True.
think there wasn't gonna be any magic going on?
No, that is very true. I don't know what I'm thinking by saying that. I mean, I like John Constantine, the character. I think he's hilarious.
Yes, I was a little iffy about him coming in, but I think he was a great addition to the cast.
Yeah. Yeah, he was. He's been a great substitute for Nate.
Yeah, since
Yeah.
yeah,
Since that Nate's pretty much been written off the show.
yeah,
Yeah.
fucking dumb.
Yeah. So is there anything that you think would honestly get you back into the Arrowverse?
Mm, I would if Supergirl got a little less political
Mm-hmm.
and you know, a little more organized.
Mm-hmm.
And they got Baggy Sawyer back. I would
Right.
maybe take a gander back into the show.
So for me, I don't know. Maybe if it turns out that there's a rumor that they're introducing not Wonder Woman, Batwoman. Maybe if that show turns out to be good, maybe it goes back to the Arrowverse's dark and gritty roots for vigilantism. Then maybe I could get behind that.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe actually make Black Lightning an official member of the Arrowverse.
That would be
Hint, hint, wink, wink.
that would be good. I think Black Lightning's got a certain darkness to it.
Yeah, I haven't seen any of this season, and at this point, I'm just gonna wait for it to come out on Netflix.
And from what we saw in the crossover with Batwoman, it looked like it could be gritty.
Mm-hmm.
Like
I mean,
just
Gotham is supposed to be a shithole, so.
yeah, and they made Gotham look like Gotham.
Yeah, exactly. When I think Gotham, I think a dump.
Yep, and that's what that green screen backdrop looked like. It looked like a dump.
Exactly. Exactly. All right. Not sure if there's much else we can talk about, or is there anything we need to talk about? Because it's kind of what it is. What it is. You know what I mean? Like.
Yeah. Yeah, we didn't
I
dip
mean,
into Flash much, but you know.
Well,
I'm tired of fucking
I still can't believe
speedster
The Flash is
villains.
the #1 show.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's just it's got to be Cisco.
Well, there's a rumor he's leaving.
Yeah, and I heard that too, and if that happens, they could never get me back into that show.
Nope, that would be it.
Yeah.
Cisco's the only reason worth watching that show.
Exactly. For. They could never get me back into that show if Cisco goes.
Mm-hmm. Also, like the big thing I haven't really liked at all about Flash is the whole thing they've done with Killer Frost.
What about it?
I said it before and I'll say it again. I really wish they just made Killer Frost the bad guy, and now they have this moral dilemma of how do we treat Killer Frost? She's Caitlin. Like, I don't like Killer Frost being a hero.
Okay.
I want Killer Frost to be a villain.
I kind of like the way she's kind of like an anti-hero kind of sorta. At this point, yeah. Like I said, I'm about 5 episodes behind, so I don't really know what's going on.
Right. I got you.
Yeah. Yeah, but yeah, the last episode of The Flash that I saw, it was wait, how caught up are you? Can I just spoil it? Is that cool?
I don't care.
Yeah, the last episode of The Flash that I saw, the end of it was the daughter there going back to her time and talking to the Reverse Flash.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously we're gonna deal with we're gonna deal with the Reverse Flash again after they're done with Cicada. It's just
I'm tired of speedsters.
Tired of speedsters, yeah.
I like Cicada though. I want Cicada to become a character in the Mortal Kombat game. I don't care how many times I have
Cicada
to say it.
is a really fucking cool character. I'm not gonna lie, I'm disappointed that the rest of that show sucks because Cicada's a really fucking cool character and that dude does a really good job. It's just sad how the Arrowverse can excel in some areas and just fucking bomb in others.
Right. So I think it's just safe to say that you and I are both just done with the Arrowverse because We're just fatigued.
We are, but I do think I'm gonna push through the last 17 episodes of Arrow because
I think I just might too, actually.
it's 7 in the last half of this season. We get a break and then 10 more. It's not that big of a deal, and you know, I'll give Stephen Amell the ratings. He's a stand-up guy. He deserves it.
No, and if anything, I'll say Stephen Amell has been the most consistent part of that show.
Definitely, definitely. He is A+ actor.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
definitely. Definitely deserved a better break in the movies than that Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles
Definitely.
movie. Yeah.
And hopefully he gets a chance, a better opportunity now, and doesn't get sucked into another CW show because he's way better than that.
Is he you said though that he's going to what's the phrase I'm looking for? He's moving to Toronto, back to
Yeah, he's
Toronto.
going to be a family man for a little while, I think.
So he's like going to be done with acting for a little while, huh? Sounds like.
Maybe. I don't know. You know how they are. They always get very mysterious.
Mm,
Maybe he already has
yeah,
a big role lined up and he can't say anything yet. Who knows?
maybe, yeah. All right. I think that's going to do it for us now. Meg, thanks for being on the show
Hey,
as
thanks for
always.
having me. It's been
Uh,
fun.
yeah, it's been fun.
I love talking shit about the
I'll talk to
Arrowverse
you
with you.
soon. Yeah, I know, and it's kind of sad that it's pretty much coming
It
to an
is.
end
We're
now
gonna
at
have
this
to find
point. But
something else to talk shit about on the internet.
oh, I'm sure we will,
Uh-huh.
Meg. I'm sure we
Oh yeah.
will.
Yeah. It's very easy to displease us. We're nerds.
Exactly. We don't like anything.
No.
No.
We don't even like the shit that we
Nope.
like.
No, in fact, I hate the shit that I like. All right, Meg, take
All
care.
right. You
All
too.
right. Bye.
Bye.